Next, we take equation of motion under gravity. Gravity means acceleration is equal to g. And because g is always work downward for the objects at the surface of Earth or near the surface of Earth, we take g is minus 1 because as per convention in xy coordinate system, the direction moving upward are taken positive and direction moving downward are taken negative. Similarly, measurements towards right along the positive x-axis are taken positive while the opposite are taken negative. So we take acceleration as minus g. Then equation of motions under gravity will become v equal to u minus gt, s equal to ut minus half gt square, v square equal to u square minus 2gh. That means if from the floor, if an object is thrown upward and it covers some distance, that means this u is taken positive. This height h is taken positive. But acceleration due to gravity g is negative. That's why we have put the sign minus g. Similarly, if an object is released from a height, then if it is initial velocity u, we will take it as minus u because direction is downward. G is already negative and h, because distance covered is h which is also downward, we will take this h is minus sign. That means as per convention, measurements in positive direction are taken positive and towards negative direction are taken negative. We will use these convention in general, but as per problem, if motion is throughout downward, then we will take downward direction as the positive direction. So there is no as such constraint, but in general, we take measurements along the positive direction are positive and towards negative directions are negative. Now we take some graphs of motion under gravity. Let me draw a acceleration time graph. This is acceleration A and this is time t. If I want to draw acceleration time graph for the motion under gravity, then graph will be this. This is minus g, that is minus 9.8 meter per second square. So this is the acceleration time graph. Similarly, we can draw velocity time graph. Suppose an object is released from the top of a tower. Then initially its velocity will be 0 and it will move downward. That means velocity is negative and g is constant, that is 9.8 meter per second square. It means it is the motion under constant acceleration. The velocity time graph of constant acceleration is a inclined straight line. So we will get the graph in this way. This is the velocity time graph of the body moving under the gravity from a drop from a height of a building. Here slope of the velocity time graph gives acceleration. As earlier said, area of the acceleration time graph gives change in velocity. In similar way, we can draw a third graph which is the position time graph. So for such body which is released from a height, for which we have already drawn the acceleration time graph and velocity time graph, we can draw the position time graph and it will come in this way. From this equation, s equal to ut minus half gt square. Actually, s is for one dimensional motion, it is y. We can also write here it is y. So it is a parabolic curve because equation of motion is, this is the quadratic equation, and shape of the quadratic equation is a parabola. The path is parabolic and it is downward opening because acceleration is negative. Means if we see this equation, if we see this second equation, here coefficient of t square is negative. And we have already said that for a quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c, this a decides the shape of the curve of the parabola. That means if a is greater than positive 0, that is positive, then graph will be upward opening. And if a is less than 0, then graph will be downward opening. Here the coefficient of t square is negative. So graph is downward opening. So this is the position time graph, this is velocity time graph, this is the acceleration time graph for a body which have the motion under gravity.